In one church, it was their tradition to hand out Bibles to all the graduating second graders. But before the children received their Bible, they had to recite one passage from Scripture which they supposedly had memorized. Well, one year, everything was going well until the minister came to one little boy who was so frightened by the whole thing that he couldn't even remember his own name, let alone a verse from the Bible. The little boy became more and more frantic. His eyes searched for his mother, who was sitting in the front row. And luckily, he was relieved to hear her whisper his Bible verse. She whispered, "I am the light of the world." So the little boy with a big smile on his face bellowed out, "My mother is the light of the world." Mother's Day is not specifically a religious holiday, although it is interesting that today's lectionary provides us with a gospel passage that seems very appropriate for this day set aside to honor mothers. Jesus said, "I give you a new commandment, that you love one another." If there was ever a human equivalent for the love of God, it would probably be the love a mother shows for her child. That kind of love is almost totally unconditional. God's love is totally unconditional. This morning I invite you to recall the acts of unconditional love that you have experienced throughout your lifetime. These memories might be of your mother, but they could also be drawn from times with your father, or your grandparents, or your spouse, or anyone who's played a significant role in your life. We're referring to this no-strings-attached kind of love as motherly love, but it didn't have to come from your mom. We've all experienced this kind of love. Expressions of care that were unearned and often undeserved. I recall a teacher who took me under her wing. I remember a counselor who reached out to me when I was a troubled teenager. I'm reminded of a family who took me in and gave me a home. And the love I received from Sherry, my children, and my grandchildren is often unconditional. Those memories and many others have laid the foundation for my understanding of God's love. A deep, undeserved love offered to me and to every other person who has ever been born. Let's look at this image of mother a bit more closely. If motherhood can reveal to us the nature of God's love, then maybe we should ask the experts about what a mother is. And who are the experts? Well, the children, of course. Donna Jordan, a kindergarten teacher, collected the following comments about mothers from her class. Mom is best at feeding the dog, making my bed, driving, cleaning, running, riding a two-wheeler, and watering the garden. And another one. If I had enough money, I'd buy Mom flowers, a necklace, a brand new fan, a kitten, a diamond ring, and a big pack of bubble gum. It makes me feel good inside when Mom says, "I love you. Good job. Supper time. You look handsome. I'll buy you something." And one more. My mom is as pretty as a butterfly, a ballerina, a mouse, a princess, a goose, a gold ring, and a clean horse. By the way, the most memorable comment about fathers from this same group of children was, "Daddy gets tired from chasing Mom." this morning's gospel, we have been given a new commandment: to love one another. This is not a condition on God's love. It is a command given to those who already recognize the depth of God's love for them. They want to respond in some way, and Jesus shows them that way. Pass it on. Love someone in the same way that God has loved you. By the way, if you want to know a way to respond to your mother's love, I'll give you one suggestion. In a recent poll, the #1 request from moms was to be taken out for dinner. On this special day, respond to God's love, give thanks to God, and then love someone.